All right, fantastic. Thanks for sending your essay. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some changes. Anything I did in red is stuff that I changed or I'm suggesting to change. And you can keep anything that I put in there because it's not a lot. The structure of the essay looks good. We just want to make sure we reformat some stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, first things first, let's do a quick review of Mr. Chung. Mr. Chung says dashes, commas, and brackets are all the same thing. If you use two dashes, what's between the two dashes is a non-essential piece of information. That's like a mini definition of the word before the dash, comma, or the bracket, which usually is a noun. Okay? Now, if you use one dash is the same thing as abandoned boxcar. One dash is the same thing as abandoned boxcar, one comma. It would be an independent clause, comma, dependent clause. Dependent clause starts with the letter D, just like definition. So whatever you write after the comma or dash should be like a mini definition of the word right before it, which most of the time is going to be a noun. You've heard me say that a million times, okay? So if you come over here, you see that the word right before the dash, and I switched this from a comma to a dash. So this word here, dough, whatever you write after that has to be some kind of mini definition of a dough. Here it says indicating my favorite sweets are ready to be devoured. Is that really a mini definition of the word dough? I'm not sure. You might want to think about rewriting that so it's a little bit closer to a mini definition. I read that and didn't really see how that was a mini definition. However, it could be. All right, moving on down to the second paragraph here. I rewrote this sentence here in red because here you use a dot comma, and a dot comma is two independent clauses that are closely related. I like soccer. Sammy likes football. Soccer and football are both two independent clauses that are related. So here it says, my journey of baking began at the age of 10. That's an independent clause. Then it says a contrast from searching outside to escape a place, blah, blah, blah. That's a dependent clause. So just simply make the second part of this an independent clause. I added in a dash here. This sentence probably needs to get rewritten, this whole red one. And I wouldn't make it that long. Number one, it's hard to read. And then probably just get rid of this dash. I can't remember if I put that in there or if that's there. Third thing is you're using a hyphen. And so that's not a dash. You have to go in and Google M dash and then just copy it and then paste it in there and make sure the font matches. It's hidden on your keyboard, and keyboards are different places where you find it. You have to do like an alt control something, and each keyboard is different. So I'm not going to tell you where to find a dash. Just simply Google M dash, go in, copy the M dash, pop it into your essay, and then once it's in your essay, just make sure that the font size and the font text matches. For right now, that's what I did here. That's why these dashes are going to be good to go. Okay, moving on down to the last sentence, it says, during this not so long ago summer break, I began a long journey, blah, 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 blah. First of all, this is a mummy wedge violation here. A mummy wedge and a comma most of the time will not work. It's like putting two commas next to each other because a mummy wedge is like a comma. All right, so the only exception to that is when you have something between two commas, all right, or Mr. Chung. This one here is a flat out wrong usage of a mummy wedge. I reread the sentence, get rid of this comma here. I would probably just rewrite this sentence here. It's getting a little bit long and drawn on, all right, so that's that. Go back over here, you look, you used another Mr. Chung. It's parenthetical statement or parentheses. You just said mother. Whatever is in between the commas, dashes, or brackets is going to be a mini definition of the word right before it. So ama, it just said mother, but it didn't really give me a full mini definition because I didn't really know what that is. So give a definition. What is my ama? What is it? It's an Indian word for mother. Just add that in there. I would just keep that. All right, moving along down over here, we go down to the next paragraph. Here I put in some dashes on this one. You're using some dashes. Try and look at that sentence again and then throw a dash in there. Going down to page 2, This last thing here in red, first of all, I'm not sure if that's a sentence. And second of all, you definitely don't want to end on something like that. So that needs to be rewritten so it's stronger. I am experimenting before I move to college is ready. So I don't think that's a complete sentence. So rewrite that and then make this really strong. Spend some time with this because this brings you back to the beginning. The sound of the timer dings, the hand kneading dough indicating the recipes. The recipes I am working on now are not in the kitchen. They are thoughts about how I'm going to put the pieces together to be an A student. Something like that. Be very descriptive. This is a little bit foggy on that one. Otherwise, the essay looks fantastic. I hope there's not too many changes. I'm just being 100% honest with you. Keep whatever you want in here. Just change the color back and then rewrite with the suggestions. All right? Thanks so much for watching. Good luck. Bye for now.